All right, welcome back on Africa Business Radio. It's been a smooth ride so far, but I think we should get into our guest segment this morning because I've already got my guests on standby, and we're going to talk about something really, really, really important. And that's because in this very, very massive career race, every single person is interested in one thing, and that's growth and development. How do we attain all of this in the race? We have every other thing trying to choke us up, but the goal is still to grow in your career. Well, joining me this morning to talk about growth and development in career, professional growth and direction, is a career and brand coach, Miss Osinachi. Good morning, Osinachi. Thank you so much for joining me on the show this morning.
Good morning. It's nice to be here.
Right. Good to have you. So today we're talking about professional direction, professional growth. And a lot of persons, when you get into a career, whether you're sure you want to get into it or you stumbled upon it because you're chasing the bag, eventually we all want to take advantage of the development opportunities we find in the entirety of that career. But before we get into the conversation proper, what is professional growth now in relation to the workplace for a start?
Okay.
Professional
growth is learning new experience, like just a particular skill. You want to learn a particular skill here just to get this particular goal. Like now, you can go learn Microsoft just to reach a particular paying level. That is basically what professional growth is.
So continue.
Not really an isolated. Yes, it's not really isolated. It's basically series of steps. You are you learn Microsoft 50,000. 50,000 is not enough for you. You learn that skill again. You achieve a higher pay rate.
Okay. So it's all about continuous learning, in-job learning, right?
Yeah.
But this is Nigeria, and you get into most workplaces, you have people doing several things at the same time. You have one person who supposedly, is called by a certain job role, but has to do a lot of other things. So at that point, there's confusion about what do I focus on now? Where do I focus my career development now? Because there's a lot going on. So how can employees find that direction at the workplace? Knowing exactly what to focus on and developing at that thing.
Okay. Basically, the truth there is that for you to have a job, particular thing, you can't do just one particular thing. Now, if you notice, there are basically 3 things that you're going to do that are going to be most helpful to your organization. Now, that are 3 things in that particular organization, but those 3 major things are what is going to really help the organization. Now, the best thing to do there is that write a list of basically what you do in the organization. Write a list of it. Go to your employer, go to your boss. Can I have a bit of your time? Can I have a time or ask him? Then ask him to highlight the basic 3 things that which, if you do, will be the most helpful to the organization. That is basically when you're looking at it in terms of your career. But then when you look at it in terms of your own personal career growth, not your organization career growth, because you know that you have like 2 types of growth. You have the one you grow within your organization, and you have the one yourself.
Yeah.
So when you're looking at it through your career, your terms of your company own, you do that. Then when we are talking about the personal career, some examples for you. Thank you very much.
So you're saying, okay, as a person, as a career person, you need to have your personal goals, your personal developmental goals that you need for yourself, and that goal that you need to fulfill your obligations in your job, right?
Yes.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, technologies and best practices are evolving. It's progressing in every single industry. And right now is even more crucial for both new and experienced professionals to continue developing their skills and honing their knowledge, which is why we're talking about, career development, career direction. Is there, in your opinion, as a coach now, is there that, do you have that general skill you feel every single person you're getting into any career right now, considering how fast-paced technology is now? What's that skill you feel like every single person needs to have and hone, before getting into that career or while trying to develop in that career?
Okay, thanks for your question. But then I don't feel is it the ability to quickly learn. In a fast-paced world, a skill you may have learned a year ago may no longer be relevant today. And it happens, and we accept it. So I believe the skill you should learn, the skill you should have there is the ability to quickly learn, quickly adapt, and the ability to quickly change. Okay, as at last year, learning was like among the top skills required for a social media manager. But today you feel there's so many current skills right now, which is extremely important for media manager. So you can't really pinpoint a particular skill in question, but just have that personality to quickly learn. It will really take you very rare.
All right. So now, what is the role of employers in all of this? Because Osinachi, how, let me use Lagos, typical Lagos work life. It can be so choked up. The only time you have is time to work or time to rest. So in view of this, what role do you think employers can play in the career development of employees? Seeing that the large amount of their time or of the employee's time belongs to the employer. So what role can they play to ensure that employees actually engage in, career or professional development activities?
Okay. Employers have a very great role to play in seeing that their employees have access to life. They have a huge role to play because basically most employees go to job, like, let me say, in Lagos, let's assume Lagos, typical Lagos, from 7 a.m. they are awake, and by the time they're going to be coming back from the traffic is 8, 6, 7, 8. No time to rest, no time to even do anything else again. That is why employers have a particular role, a big role to play in making available resources that can easily teach their employees. Like now, basically, an employer can make open a training project for, like, basic from time every employee will stop what they're doing and attend that training. But then employees should be very careful on their employers for them to learn. Employees should be very, very employers, because the truth is that most employers are looking for how to minimize costs. They are willing to get more productivity at lesser cost.
Exactly.
Wise, or they won't hesitate firing you if you are not meeting up to the expectation. You should not rely completely. Take out time to read. It means you waking up as early as 4 a.m. to have like 2 hours. 2 hours is even too much. An hour a day. Just read up in your choice career, in your desired career. Read up. If it's project management you're interested in, take courses on project management. You will see when you're put side by side with your colleagues in the workplace, you will stand apart. You will stand out.
I mean, right?
Please, though the employers have a huge role to play, and they have not been playing their part. We won't deny that. Employers, but then playing their part. You can't say that leave again.
Yes.
So we have to say, because the employers have not been playing their part, does not mean that the employees should no longer learn again. They should take out, they teach themselves. Right. That is my own story.
I totally agree with you. I mean, you cannot leave your personal development dependent on someone else, whether it's your employer or not. And things have become, so things have become so much easier now. We have a lot of online courses that you can take. You don't even have to spend up to an hour every day, to engage in these courses.
Yes.
Now, speaking of, do you have any of these programs going on where people can actually go for personal and career development, or do you have some that you can actually talk about that people can actually, jump on?
Okay, basically right now I'm currently learning my own personal self. I'm learning I'm currently learning project management, and I'm learning data analysis.
Oh, good.
basic, so I'm just saying millions and thousands, let me not use word millions. There are thousands of others which other employee can hardly take on themselves. So I'm learning from myself. At no point in time, leave their learning responsibility they work for or to their boss.
All right. It's been an amazing time with you, Osinachi. Really, I have learned a lot. I've confirmed a lot too. It's important for every single person to propel their professional development and their career today. Whether you're getting support from an employer or not, it is in your hands to boost your productivity, boost your personal development. Thank you so much, Osinachi, for your thoughts and giving us insights on this.
Thank you very much. But can I add a word?
Oh, please.
I would like to add something more again.
Please, go on.
Okay, the truth there is that for the employees to join the 1% in the workplace, they have to take out their time to learn courses that will not be obsolete very soon.
Okay.
Like courses like data entry, assembly line, all these courses now will soon be automated. They should not base their career on these courses. It will last both in the long term and in the short term to serve. They should equally take their time to find coaches, join professional groups, join professional associations, use the growth resources, just become a lifelong in your career.
Also, now you've mentioned courses that are very likely to be obsolete in a short time. What are those courses that we should go for? Courses that would last almost throughout our career. Tell me those ones now. You already mentioned the ones that you feel like will not be needed. So let's hear the ones that we need to jump on.
Okay, add cake on everybody's mouth is still the project management. That is like the hot cake of the career industry right now.
Project management.
I believe that you taking a course like project is extremely essential. Taking a course like that is going to boost your resume. Fintech skills, technology skills are extremely important. Just diversify your skill. You don't know where luck may favor you and everything. Just learn, but don't learn skills that are going to be obsolete.
I'm really glad you made this point, really, because a lot of us would have wasted time learning things that in 5 years from now, you'll find an AI replacing that skill. And that would be really bad because it would mean you wasted your time learning that. So thank you for that very important addition, Osinachi. It's been amazing having you on the show. I do hope that you'll make yourself available, for further conversations on this subject.
Yeah, I'll be available. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Osinachi. I have been talking with Ms. Osinachi, a career and brand coach. We've been talking professional growth and direction.